Hi guys, it's Sarah Taylor. This is a painting called Wrinkle in Time, and I'll start with my colors. As usual, that's a phthalo green mix of sorts. That's color art, and it's like azurite and they're Payne's gray. And then that is Amsterdam turquoise green, and I mixed in some Charvin anise into that paint. That's also a Charvin paint. That is the indigo. And then that is my white mixture, which is Modern Masters Iridescent Pearl mixed with Golden Fluid Titanium White. That is TLP Harvest Gold. And then these are some cloud over paints. That is 24 karat gold, and I mixed in a few other gold paints. Turquoise, and that's Bloom paint. That is Charvin Magenta, and then this is Color Art Desert Clay. So they're mixed for the Bloom recipe instead of the Pearl recipe. And then a bit of High Flow, 2 different colors of base coat, kind of a light gray and a white. And in these, I'm putting down the white base coat first. And this was kind of an interesting thing. The white base coat I actually just took my transparent base coat and added in Golden Fluid Titanium White until I got it to the amount that I wanted. So kind of approaching things a little differently with the base. And then that gray is a leftover from a different painting that basically was a transparent base coat, but it had some other paints mixed into it. So I put the gray right on top of the white, just to get them to sort of blend together a little bit. And I pulled out those Bloom paints mostly. It's something I had played with a while back, and I really love the outcome. You can kind of create some really pretty contrast and some different composition using the Bloom paint after you put down all these pearl paints. It's really kind of a pretty and fun. I just kind of take the Bloom paints and then I put a little bit of Golden Fluid High Flow, and then I take my palette knife and kind of swipe over the top of them. So right now I'm just layering the puddle paints, and I do have videos that go into much greater depth about these recipes and kind of the background and the history of this technique, and I'll put some of those links in the description of this video so you can reference those. If this is the first time you're seeing this, there's definitely a lot of history behind this technique and the effect that I'm getting with these paints. So check those out if you're curious about recipes and more details on the base coat and how I mix the paints. So I spread these out, and it's really pretty. That phthalo green was very prominent, which I was actually kind of going for, but it just felt a little monotone, and I knew that it would. So that's why I have these other, and right now I'm using that indigo just to get a little bit of depth. And it's interesting when you add a line of a color and then you take a cloud over paint like that gold. And I consider the Decor 24 karat gold a cloud over paint because it grabs hold of the other paints and kind of spreads them out and creates a really pretty effect. And right here, those are the Bloom mixes that I was talking about with the High Flow. And I just spend quite a lot of time playing with this one, and I love the outcome. It reminded me of, kind of reminded me of time travel for some reason. I don't know. I called it a Wrinkle in Time, and it is actually going to be for sale, as much of my art is, on my website. And I released some limited edition prints recently as well. So it's a great way to support me and my art. And thank you for being here. I hope you had a wonderful holiday season. And here's to 2023. I hope it's a great year. Take great care, you guys. Much love. We'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye.
Saw you paint a picture of a face, a face that wasn't even close to mine. I know I shouldn't be in love, but it's so hard to move on. You haven't changed, you stayed the same. But if you did, I'd still love you anyway. I'd give you the world like I promised I would, even though you wouldn't do the same. I'd give you the world like I promised I would, even though you wouldn't do the same.